Oh my god, where am I? Oh my god. It's happening. I'm in an escape room. Okay, think. Where are you? I'm in a teenage boy's bedroom. There's movie posters all over the walls. It smells like shit. Okay, think. Oh my god! Oh my god, the walls are closing in on me! Okay, symbols! There's symbols on the window panes. Okay, what are these? Roman numerals! They're Roman numerals! They're numbers! Okay, wait, it's 17. 17 again. 18. Okay. They're years. They must correspond to years. Okay, the movie posters on the walls. They have to correspond. No, they don't. I don't understand. What does it mean? I have years but nothing to go with. What do I do? Oh, God! I hate escape room horror movies. Now, if you hear me say that and you're thinking, movies? Like there's multiple? Then good for you. You're one of the lucky ones. You've probably only heard of Escape Room 2019, which got a theatrical release. But believe me, that is only the top of the barrel. The brim of the, there's more than that one. There's 5 escape room horror movies out right now, but a 6th one is on the way. There's Escape Room 2017, Escape Room 2017. Oh, I'm sorry, did that make you pause that I said escape room twice within the same year? Yeah, it makes me pause too, because 2 movies came out in 2017. Two movies, both titled Escape Room. But that's okay though, because in 2018 came No Escape Room, which I respect it for trying to change up the title, but it somehow seems even more unoriginal than the other 2. And then in 2019, there was Escape Room again, and then 2020, there was No Escape. And now coming this year is Escape Room 2, a sequel to Escape Room 2019. Yeah, they are all just as original as they sound. You see, the reason escape rooms are such a popular form of entertainment in real life is because of the immersion, right? You are placed in the middle of this story in which you can directly interact with the environment and make your own decisions. If you make it out of the room in time, it's because of your problem-solving ability and the choices that you made, right? And if you don't make it out of the room, it's completely your fault. You are living out a story that would be impossible to achieve in any other form. So turning something like that into a movie kind of defeats the entire purpose. Why would I want to watch someone play an escape room when I could just play an escape room? And I know that sounds very similar to the argument, why would I want to watch someone on YouTube playing a video game when I could just play the video game myself? But come on, that's a completely different story. Shut up. Watching someone play a video game means they're playing a real video game. Watching an escape room horror movie is not the same thing, because these are not real escape rooms. They are fictionalized and written by people who sometimes seem like they have never played a real escape room. Now, of course, you can't go about creating a fictional escape room in the same way that you would creating a real one, because, you know, these have to be action-packed and entertaining for the viewer. I get that, I understand. But the puzzles in these escape room movies, man, they are just so stupid. All of them either involve destroying the entire room, so it's impossible to reset it, and you can't create a real business out of that. Or the puzzles are so completely stupid that no one would ever realistically be able to solve these puzzles in real life. So I just wanted to get that out of the way before I started talking about the movies individually. Don't come up to me and say, well, Gavin, how would you make a better escape room movie if you want to trash on all of these? Because there is no way to make a good escape room movie. The idea itself is so fundamentally flawed that it would be impossible to achieve any of these as anything more than just simple dumb fun. Okay, so I'm going to talk about these movies starting with my least favorite and going to my favorite. And to start it all off is the biggest pile of shit on top of a steaming pile of other shits. No Escape Room. Again, man, that title alone is so terrible. It's somehow worse than the 3 movies titled Escape Room. And I kind of feel bad for trashing on this movie because it's a made-for-TV movie. Like, is it even really a movie? But at the same time, it's a sci-fi TV movie, so I don't feel that bad trashing on it. No Escape Room somehow simultaneously seems like the project for a middle school film class, but also the product of boomers who blame cell phones for their children hating them.
You could have been killed.
So yeah, that's another thing escape room movies do. Every single one. They all have this point in the movie where the players are about to enter the room and the employee or whatever is like, all right, I'm gonna need to pick up your phones because we can't have you cheating in the room. And oh my God, you would think they all just got told that their grandma was murdered or something. They all start whining and crying and they get so angry, like, what, my phone? Oh my God, shut up, dude. I mean, people get annoyed in real life when you ask for their phones in an escape room, but then they just turn it in or they keep it. They don't make such a big deal out of it. Oh my God. The worst thing about these movies is the characters. The characters all suck so bad. Oh my God. Anyway, the movie that does the worst with this no phone thing is No Escape Room. Oh my God. It's a dad playing with his daughter, and when he finds out his daughter has to put her phone up, he gets so happy and he's like, maybe I'll finally be able to see your face now that you put your phone down.
It's pretty impressive, Josie. I can't get her to shut that thing off in more than 5 minutes.
I almost respect No Escape Room because at the beginning of the movie, this feels like an actual escape room environment. So the writer, am I bleeding? So the writer probably has been to an escape room once or twice, right? But then the movie goes on, and it just gets worse and worse with each spot for a commercial break. If some of the puzzles or clues start out to seem interesting while you're watching this and you're wondering, oh, I wonder where this is gonna go, you're not gonna find out because nothing really has an end in this movie. Some clues lead to solutions, but they don't make any sense, or some of the interesting stuff just isn't explained. They wrote themselves into a corner. Obviously, this was written in like 2 hours, and they had no idea what to do with themselves at the end. And it shows. It shows. You can't just give an ambiguous ending at the end and expect me to be okay with this. Like, escape room movies should be like murder mysteries, where if the viewer can't actually participate in it like they would in a real escape room, at least let them try and feel like they can solve the clues along with the players, right? Like when you're watching a murder mystery, you're like, oh, I bet it was Professor Plum that did it. But this movie, you can't even give me that. You can't even let me have the satisfaction of seeing you solve a clue. It's just so bad. It's so bad. Oh, I don't even want to talk about this movie anymore.
I tried, I'm trying here, but like I'm not having any fun.
Okay, my second least favorite one is Escape Room 2017, but this one. This one's kind of hilarious. It's just as boring and stupid and unbelievable as all of the other ones, and it's the most like a Saw ripoff, but there's also like a solid 30 minutes in here where you're just watching the people play an escape room and solve puzzles, and there's nothing bad happening, no one's being killed, they're just solving puzzles. And you know what it feels like when I'm watching that? You know what it feels like? It feels like the guy who wrote this has been to an escape room a few times before, but he's never escaped. He thinks he's so smart trying to figure out these clues, but he just can't get out of the room. And so he figured, I'll go ahead and write my own movie. If I can't escape out of a real one, they'll think I'm smart for writing one myself. And it shows because the solutions to all these puzzles are so stupid, but you know the writer thinks he's a genius. I don't think I've mentioned this yet in the video, but I used to be a game master at an actual escape room, and after watching hundreds and hundreds of people go through and play the same games over and over again, you start to see some trends in thinking, especially with newcomers who've never played escape rooms before. They'll guess things like, I wonder if the combination is today's date. Or they'll see numbers on a wall and they'll be like, oh, I have 4 numbers, but I don't know the order. Maybe it's the order that I looked at them in. What, like, people expect us to change the combination on the lock every day to be what today's date is? Or they expect us to know what order you're going to open your eyes and look at the wall? Like, they make no sense. But most of the time, these players, as they play more and more escape rooms, they learn the way you're supposed to be thinking and they get better. The dude who wrote this movie, what's his name? Will Wennick? He obviously never got any better. And like I said, he just gave up and wrote his own movie using his dumb logic. Because those 2 examples I gave, the date and just using whatever order you saw things in, both of those are used to unlock locks in this movie, Escape Room 2017. But oh my God, if you thought those 2 were bad, there is one point in this movie where a guy and a girl are alone in a part of the escape room together, and they realize he has a 4-letter lock on the front of his pants, right in front of his dick. And she gets down on her knees to go and try and unlock it, and he says, maybe the combination is head. And the only thing stupider than him saying that is the fact that it actually f***ing unlocked the lock. These puzzles! Okay, next up, wouldn't you know it, another movie written and directed by Will Wernick, No Escape 2020. Now, this movie has 2 different titles, I think. There's No Escape, but there's also Follow Me. And I respect Follow Me for being the only title to not have escape in the name, but also it sounds just as unoriginal and unexciting as No Escape, so it doesn't really matter. Now, this movie is about some internet influencer, he makes vlogs or whatever, and just like Will Wernick's other movie, he gets surprised by his friends on his birthday and they take him to some extreme escape room that is very mysterious and creepy. But this movie takes a whole 30 minutes for them to get to the escape room. Like, when you have escape room in the title, you know that's why people are watching. No one wants to wait 30 minutes to get through that. And that's a problem all of these movies have, is before the people actually enter the room, everything sucks. It's so boring setting up the story. None of it matters. It's so dumb. But once they enter the escape room in No Escape, there are more riveting puzzles from the great mind of Will Wernick, such as solving a little maze, or putting cogs on the wall and turning them. Okay, now even though No Escape has the same stupid premise as the other escape room movies, that there's some evil mastermind who has crafted this escape room just to torture and kill people, there's a reason it's my 3rd favorite, or 3rd least favorite. It's because it does something actually pretty exciting with its ending, right? It does something unexpected, but I won't spoil it for you in case for some reason you want to put yourself through the hell of watching this movie. Okay, now for my 2nd favorite movie, Escape Room 2017, but not that one, it's this one. Don't get me wrong, this movie does suck, but I actually liked this one, and it is the only one that lives up to the escape room title, in my opinion. This is the only one that doesn't have anything supernatural or impossible about the escape room itself. It's a legitimate business, and they are there to entertain you and make money. You even get a whole side storyline about the guy operating the escape room trying to compete with other local escape rooms. It's the most realistic representation of a real escape room. Even if there's only a few puzzles and they're all pretty simple, and if you did this in real life, you could probably finish it in 20 minutes, I do really appreciate it. And this Escape Room 2017 has the best general concept out of all of these movies. It's 4 people who go out to play an escape room, and it's one of those escape rooms that I've actually seen in real life before, where they have a live actor inside, and they're a serial killer or a zombie, and they're on a chain, and every 5 minutes they get closer to you, the chain gets longer. But the twist is, with this movie, the live actor gets infected with a demon, and they actually are trying to kill you. And that creates this awesome dynamic where the players actually have to race against time and solve clues like their lives depend on it, because they do. Doesn't that sound awesome? I don't know, that sounds like such an awesome concept to me. And now for my number 1 pick. The one I've seen 3 times, and the one that you've probably seen. Escape Room 2019. Now again, this is the one that got the widest release and it had the biggest budget. And I'll be honest, the big budget helps a lot. Even if this movie has the same idea of, evil people make escape room to kill people, at least it has some insanely creative, large-scale rooms that are all extremely entertaining to watch. Each room they enter into is fantastic. I mean, the set design is amazing, and as soon as they step foot into a new room, you're thinking, oh god, how is this gonna go bad? What's gonna go wrong here? And I know I've made the complaint that these puzzles aren't realistic, and that does sound kind of stupid, because here, they are reasonably unrealistic. If you're gonna amp up the scale so much where there's no floor and you'll fall to your death, or you'll burn to death if you take too long, then it's perfectly okay to have unrealistic, impossible to solve puzzles, because I'm excited. I don't need to participate in solving the mystery if I'm watching a thriller instead of a mystery, right? Something I can say about this movie that I cannot say about the other ones at all is that I wasn't bored for a single second of this movie, okay? If there's any of these movies that you want to give a shot, see if you like the escape room horror movie genre more than I do, it should definitely be this one. And also, I just want to give a quick shout out to the escape room enthusiast character in this movie who was yelling at his fellow players to not use force while the room was literally trying to kill them.
No. We shouldn't have to use force. That's actually the one rule I forgot to tell you.
Come on, it's getting hot in here. We gotta find something to break this door open.
Dude, you're not supposed to use force.
Because at the escape room I worked at, lots of customers didn't listen to that rule, even when the rooms were not trying to kill them. And speaking of the escape room I worked at, let's get a second opinion in here, right? I'm gonna go talk to my boy Kenneth, see what he has to say about escape room horror movies.
Am I rolling?
Yeah.
My name is Kenneth Desito, and I am a manager at Escape Room Lafayette.
Kenneth, what is your favorite movie?
My favorite movie?
Yeah.
I wasn't prepared for that question.
You work in an escape room. Have you
Yes.
seen any escape room movies?
I have. I've only seen one. I can't remember which one it is because they're all named the same, apparently, as I found out today. I think it was one from a year or two ago, but we went actually as a work staff and went watched that together. But it was interesting. But no, it's not like that. People always come in, they're like really scared. They're scared to do stuff, and like it's gonna be like the movie. And I'm like, we're not gonna strangle you. That's not what we do here. We're family business. But I think that's what gets me more is that they kind of put a negative light on things, and everyone thinks they're scary, and they're not. We have a couple horror games, but it's not really about that. It's not a haunted house, nothing like that.
Are they good for business though? When that movie came out?
Funny enough, yeah, it kind of was good. We actually did get some good profit when it came in, but everyone came in was looking for something scary, and at the time we only really had one scary game. But it definitely does get our name out there and gets people to at least Google, like, hey, what is an escape room? So it really did help, but it did kind of, I don't know, it's a double-edged sword, I guess.
And what is your favorite movie? So at the end of the day, other than Escape Room 2019, these are not movies you should go out of your way to watch. Unless you're drinking with your friends or something, you're scrolling through Netflix and you happen to stumble upon one of them, I think it would be great to watch and make fun of with your friends. Other than that, I don't recommend it. But before I end this video, there's something that's been bothering me this whole time. None of these movies are connected, right? None of them exist in the same universe, they don't have any correlation with each other. Yet, Will Wernick wrote and directed both Escape Room 2017 and No Escape. Escape Room 2017 and Escape Room 2017 both start with the plot point that one of the couples is about to move in together. 3 of these movies star redheads: Escape Room 2019, No Escape Room, and No Escape. In No Escape, the redhead is Holland Roden, who is also going to be starring in Escape Room 2, which is a sequel to Escape Room 2019, which didn't have Holland Roden in it. What does this all mean? Could these movies not be real? Could this all be a part of some elaborate riddle that I've been intended to solve this whole time? Could I have been placed inside of a heavily planned out, extremely immersive escape room since my birth? Could these be the clues that help me finally escape? Or are these just 5 movies made by money-hungry production companies who are capitalizing on a popular trend and absolutely ruining it? No, that can't be. Somewhere within these 5 escape room movies lies the key to my freedom, and I need to find it. Hey, am I standing on a trap door? Oh my god, where am I? Oh my god. No, they don't. I don't understand. What does it mean? I have ears but nothing to go with. What do I do? Oh god! I got it. These are the escape room movies. Okay, what does that mean though? This one's underlined. 2020. Which one came out in 2020? No Escape. What does this all mean? Could these movies not be real?